Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Watersurf's Lookback. We're almost at an end with this here series where I do a little director's commentary on all of my videos that I made in the previous years. What is that? What I mean by we're almost done with the series is we're almost done with the monthly uploads. We have this month of this year of 2020, and then next month's episode will be 2021. And then probably in April, I'll be doing like a bonus episode of going over videos that like scripts that never made it to be, or videos that never made their way to the public's sort of stuff like that. Possibly, I don't know. I'm toying around with the idea still. I'm also going to be posting probably an update video, whether it comes before this look back or not, regarding changes with the channel along with my personal life. So be on the lookout for that. It's nothing like bad. It's just I'm doing a shift towards content plus some personal stuff in my personal life is going to be taking major priority over my channel. But I just want to get that housekeeping stuff out of the way. Anyway, yeah. We're going to be looking at all the videos that I made in 2020. And if any of you remember 2020, which I mean it was 2 years ago as of recording this, it's the year that pretty much everything shut down because of some dumb virus that made everyone sick and such. I mean, it's still going on today, and it's very annoying. But I'm not gonna get into the scientific and political spectrum of that. I'm just here to make this look back video. If you're wondering, yeah, I wish I did make more videos during the lockdown, but you know, I feel like this amount of videos was good enough for that time being. I believe I made these three videos right here prior to that, because they were filmed literally before I moved out, because I also moved out in 2020. Well, actually at the end of 2019, and I was starting to get ready for work and such, but then the pandemic happened, and pretty much I still lived out in an apartment, but 2021 is when I had to move back home because of everything changing and such. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're going to be looking at all my 2020 videos and what I made during pretty much lockdown time. Kind of sucked because lockdown was not really the best creative atmosphere, but you know, whatever. Anyway, you can always find all of the videos here in the 2020 playlist, or go to my entire video collection here. So just a heads up before I jump into it. I notice here we have the Hero 2 and 3 episodes, along with the Hero Trilogy. I will not be covering the Hero Trilogy in this look back, because it's literally just the first, second, and third episode put into one. So I will not be covering that. Just if anyone was looking forward to just the trilogy, yeah, just covering the episodes individually. Anyway, let's jump into the next video, which is the Hero 2 Villains Rising. Alrighty, the Hero 2 Villains Rising. This is when I decided to actually make this guy a full-on character after I made the Gameshow video, or I ended up making a second episode for the Hero. I really liked this character, and he ended up getting his own own movie. I think I talked about it. I filmed the movie with that character individually, so hopefully that's what I'm going to be working on. So hopefully that can come out sometime this year before April. Hopefully is what my personal goal is, but I will let you guys know as soon as that does happen. But anyway, let's jump into the Hero 2. This is where I got to expand the character on his new hero trope, where he just stands around and does nothing, and then this is where you find out that he actually has a superpower. There's my cat. She's a good girl. And if you're wondering, well, how come I play both the villain and the hero? I think it's kind of funny to be both characters. Just a fun fact. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. I ended up making another series around my science lab coat outfit called Science Time, which we'll cover towards the end of this year. This video. It's one of the last videos I made. But yeah, just a little fun fact. And then yeah. Just I don't know. I thought that it was funny the time for the hero to like pause and just all a day's work, just doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, see, exactly. That was the idea. If you're wondering, no, he doesn't have those long dumb pauses in the movie because that would make it double the size. But yeah.
Help us, hero. We can't take any more of this.
And I figured this is also another video new quote unquote mini series. I can also introduce other random characters that are just side characters. This is also the downside of filming just by yourself, is you have to resort to Gary's Mod characters, Roblox characters, and all the other stuff, and yourself. I think what was this? I also filmed this video. This was part of a stockpile. I want to say I filmed this around when I filmed the fourth episode of the Watersurfing show. Or it was no. I filmed this during the second Gameshow episode, which will be coming later after this.
Secret attack?
Just figure I'd throw it out there.
While you over there monologuing, I've been charging up my secret attack to defeat you.
Yeah, it looks like I filmed it with sorry, I was looking on my other page. Looks like I filmed with you could tell I filmed the same outfit because I think I filmed with the game show as well. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm looking at my other monitor. Anyway, yeah, all this is just I'm building up my secret attack. Well, when are you gonna do it? I just thought this was funny, and I mean, it kind of still is funny. I just like how I pull a gun out of my crotch. I think that was the funniest thing. When I was actually writing this, my intention was I just pull it out of like my pocket or whatever, but I thought it was funny to just put it where my crotch is at and pull it out from there. Got him. And then here comes the best part, where I save the day, but I actually don't help out the citizens. The hero's priority is to defeat the villain. He doesn't care about the cleanup or anything afterward.
No need, my fellow citizens. The villain has been defeated, and the police are on their way.
Originally, when I was writing this, the idea was that I just walk away and just leave him in there, but then I took the extra step to he didn't actually shut off anything, so those citizens are still gonna die. And this part right here, where the shark comes out of the lagoon and grabs him and takes him away. When I wrote the script, the idea was that a shark would just come up and eat him, but I was having a hard time with the ragdoll, and I thought this was funnier at the end of the day, so it worked out in my favor. Anyway, that's the Hero 2 Villains Rising. One of my personal favorites. No, not the personal favorite, but the Hero series was really fun to make. But anyway, let's move on to the next video. Alrighty, up next is the Corridor Digital Job Application 2. They opened up a secondary application for another editor position, which, I mean, obviously I did not get the position, which kind of bummed out looking back on it now. But when I did make this, this was before the shutdown. I want to say like a month or a few weeks before the everything shut down, and I was pretty actually happy at my job. And looking back at this series name, I probably should have cut this down significantly and just cut out the extra fat. Looking at some of the other people's applications that ended up getting hired. But you know, it's not a big deal. My edits was pretty good. So basically I'm not gonna talk about the idea, but basically we're gonna jump on this crash pad, and I was still trying to. They also had this section right here, where they had this 3D Studio scanning device, and to be honest, I should have just completely cut this segment out. It wouldn't have made it an interesting video for the general audiences, and I think that's what they kind of threw in there. Not that it was bad or anything, but the crash mat was probably cooler. And then I just didn't know what to do afterwards, and I pretty much just left the rest of the video towards the end, where they talk about this thing. So my edit was just way too long, and I should have cut this part out. Completely just took everything out. That's my only regrets. I think that could have got me further, but let me just pull up the statistics for that video. Yes, you guys are seeing my my stats. No, I don't really care. Right here. Yeah, I uploaded literally. I think what happened is my job shut down, so I decided to quickly edit this together. I was actually not originally going to do this, but I quickly edited this together, and yeah. I'm trying to look at the stats here. When it's lifetime, yeah, you can see when I did upload it, they got a few views, and obviously there's a few views here and there afterwards, but mainly towards this. Looks like they did view it a few times towards when it was uploaded. Yeah, just figured I'd throw that out there. You could tell I had a lot of watch time around this time frame. And most of these views came from, obviously, they looked at it a few times. So I think that was the problem with this video. It's just, it was too long, and I should have cut out that fat. That's my only regret. But, you know, it is what it is. And the current Corridor crew is pretty good at what they're doing. So adding me in probably wouldn't have been the best idea anyway, because, you know, but it's all right, not a big deal. I'm back at my job before the pandemic started, so just wish I could move up, but you know, that's another personal thing that possibly I'll talk about in my personal update video, depending on whenever I get around to filming that, because I still haven't filmed it yet. That's my only downside with that application is I should just trim the fat very heavily. I literally edited that together in like, I want to say a few hours to meet the deadline, because I'm like, it doesn't hurt to try. And the only thing that it also bummed me out is that my second application got way more attention than my first application, so yeah, at the end of the day, not a big deal. I'm not heartbroken about it. It is what it is. But let's move on to the next video. Up next is the Are You Smarter Than Yourself game yourself. Are You Smarter Than Yourself game show finalist round. And the believe it or not, I'm actually considering making another one of these episodes. Sorry, I accidentally closed this out. I'm considering making another one of these episodes, but I want to finish the hero project before I do so. And the way this one ended kind of made this like the finalist round. Which, I mean, I'll spoil it when we get towards the end of it. But pretty much this was another video where I can showcase other characters that I've played and such. But yeah, the third episode, what my plan was to call it the championship round. I don't know. I'm still throwing around that idea still. This was just like a little mini series. I've been having fun with mini series. Yeah. I also reused the same set. I didn't realize I was gonna make another one of these, but I ended up saving the set in Gary's mod, so I'm kind of glad that I did. Not that this took forever to make. It's just it saved at least like an hour of time. Oh, and this does have spoilers for obviously the video itself and the Cooper movie. I will skip these Cooper movie spoilers. Or actually, I don't know, probably not. So yeah, we have the banana guy. My original self. Yeah, you can see I was wearing the same polo shirt right there. So I did a SoCal day. Oh yeah, there's a spoiler right at the beginning. Basically, I'm gonna say spoilers for the Cooper movie. If you're just listening to this in the background, there are spoilers for the Cooper movie. If you have not watched the Cooper movie, click off this video right now and go watch it. This video does have spoilers for it. Yeah, see? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Go watch the Cooper movie. Okay. So basically, he was a contestant in the video, and we pulled him from the icy tombs of his grave. I thought that was funny to bring back a character that's not canonically in my film universe video or film universe series. I kind of have this thing where all my videos are kind of connected in some way, shape, or form, and I started doing it more and more, especially with this series. However, Trevor and Cooper is not attached to that universe, so at all. They're in their completely separate entity over there, so that's the only reason I don't include that one. But this is why, if you watch this video, the quote-unquote universe ends up breaking on this one. I also put a little bit more effort into the background. Yeah. I put a little bit more effort into the background over here, so I thought that was pretty cool. Had these floating around more, stuff like that. If anyone's curious, I literally just made a template and then just put it in the background. I didn't actually green screen or chroma key anything. That's literally every time I was editing where these characters are at, I tried my best to line up a screen, this template back here with the screen, so you can see there's a little bit of like feathering right here where I masked it out. I think I did a pretty good job of it though. Yeah. Anyway, this is where I kind of combine all the universes into one. I got three contestants. Banana guy is literally just because it's a suit that I've used, but it's not really a character that I've actually made, because multiple people have worn the banana suit. It's not just me. I've worn it, but I try to putting in every time I've worn that outfit into the description. Yeah. Yeah, see, pretty much self-explanatory. Oh yeah, you can see the little bit of bad masking right here. I don't know why I had like a yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I had like a faded effect here. Yeah. Pretty much skipping through. It's just like, oh, I don't know. This guy sucks. Look, can we get rid of him? And he starts changing the script, which is kind of funny. Oh, just a little fun fact is I kind of try to use the font from his series as his name. Yeah. Just a little fun fact there. I don't know if anyone noticed. Also, anytime I had these words on screen, I didn't do this in After Effects. I did this in Vegas when I was editing, as I would put this over the black box there. Because when I was editing, I'm not really paying attention to little details like that. Or doing VFX, I'm not paying attention to little details like that.
This is already in the script.
All right, Cooper, back to space you go. See you later.
Wait. What?
Yeah, this is the part where I throw him back into space. I think that's kind of funny. The oof adds to it. Anyway.
I'm back on this. Hello, my blocky citizen.
Yeah.
All in a day's work.
And then.
Did you see the Hero 2 yet?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's out.
See, when I say stuff like that, hopefully it's out, because I do a lot of stockpiling. So, yeah, basically I bring back a bunch of characters, and then I thought it was funny later towards the episode where
First sign of you late, citizen. Because now.
trying to skip ahead, where everyone starts getting dusted.
Oh, I don't feel so good. This is about to get banana scoob.
I don't know why I did that. I guess it was funny.
Joshy Poo? What just
The joke is that we changed the script, so everyone's starting to get dusted.
Am I right, ladies? Am I right?
I think pretty much everyone starts getting dusted at this point.
And now it's
Yeah, he gets dusted. And then I think I was next.
when he got dusted. He's a These superpowers. That would help with. Oh, and of course.
I think yeah, this is this part where the hero says the hero, I don't have any superpowers, and then he holds himself up. That would help with the situation, my fellow citizen, because at the time when I was making this, when I wrote this, the hero actually didn't have any superpowers yet. That's where in episode 3 of the hero series, where I actually give him powers. And then we expand on it in the short film / movie that I made.
Situation, of course, my fellow citizen.
Just if anyone's curious. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I never wrote you. I don't think I ever.
Yeah, and then this part where I get dusted. If anyone's wondering, I took the the dusting noise from the Avengers film, where everyone gets dusted. I took that sound effect too.
You know you screwed up when the original creator just got dusted. Oh wait.
And this is where I make the joke about it. I don't feel so good, Mr. Citizen. And he gets dusted.
What in the block?
Brad, someone, are you?
Yeah. And then I brought back the nerd, which ended up becoming the science time guy. And then the universe breaks, and we meet the Stealing the Show character, which has been
From whenever this kid
brought in, because that's how that movie ends too, with their universe breaking. He's just been in the void for the past 4 or 5 years as of recording this.
I time traveled before to warn
Yeah.
myself before.
And pretty much this is the rest of the video where they just talk with each other.
Last part.
And then, like, how are you gonna end the video?
We're gonna go back to normal.
Basically, the video doesn't go back to normal. I just end it like that. It's one of those anticlimactic endings that I find very funny, where it just ends and that's it. Yeah, this was actually the last video I filmed before the quarantine. I want to say I filmed this before I moved out, and I just edited it during at the very beginning of the quarantine. And that's where you go on to the next video, which was actually the first video that was written and filmed during quarantine, which was the return of the Smash Dudes. But let's jump into that, shall we? Yes, the Smash Dudes. The return of this series. I I still have actually one more episode that it's written. I just haven't filmed it yet. The 6th and 7th episode didn't do as well as I thought they would. But, you know, I don't really care. I just want to get these out because I was having fun making them. Basically, since Smash Ultimate was a thing by the time I was making this and DLC characters were starting to come out, I thought it'd be fun to bring in some of these Smash characters, some of the newer characters, and bring in some the other characters too that I haven't used. And also try to take advantage of the new camera controls that Smash Ultimate has.
Isn't it great, Kirby? Another day in the magical world of Smash Bros. Me
Yeah,
and you are
basically the premise of this episode is Kirby and Shulk are the Manado boys, and Joker wants to join, but Shulk and Kirby won't let them.
always follow my fellow Smash
Yeah,
What's going on?
Boys. Nothing much. Just being part of the Manado Boy crew.
yeah, pretty much it. That's it, pretty much it. Nothing else I'll explain here. My only regret with this video is while I was filming on Shulk's map, I kind of wish I could change it so the background doesn't change to day to night, or just waited for it to stay daytime. But at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal.
Oh, so you're from
It
Kingdom
doesn't take away from anything.
I'm not a faggot, you asshat.
Yeah.
It's a desire from this corrupted.
And if anyone is curious, the voice of Joker is actually the guy who plays Violacious in the BLOXMates series as well. Yeah. The whole joke with the Xenoboob Chronicles is the first one is that he fights giant robots, which I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you'll find out more about those robots later in the series. So I decided to make that as a joke where he's fighting Rob.
day is saved from the Mechon's tip.
Out of a giant deal.
Yeah.
Rated game.
There is minor spoilers for Xenoblade and Persona 5. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you do watch this. But yeah, it's just a fun little time with another Smash Dudes episode. Pretty much, these are just the original premise of the Smash Dudes, if anyone was curious, was I think I talked about in the previous episode, but they're originally going to be like their own little segments in the Watersurfian show, but the Watersurfian show, I don't make it anymore, so, or I haven't made it in a long time when I published the first one, so I'm like, I'll just make it its own thing. And we have 7 episodes now, and I'm currently have an 8th one that I have written, just haven't filmed it yet. But anyway, let's move on to the next video. Alrighty, up next is Big Bear Flight. I actually did 2 drone videos this year. I don't know why it's so tiny. I basically went up to visit my dad who lives up in Big Bear. Because obviously we were all in lockdown, so I was like, oh, I can go visit. So I went to go visit up in Big Bear, and I flew my drone while I was up there as well. If anyone's curious, I filmed this April of 2020, so all the snow and stuff was gone. I actually haven't, I don't know if I remember, did I make any drone videos in 2019? I only did one, but that was technically filmed in 2018, so yeah, I haven't flown my drone in a while, so you can kind of tell with my my flight. Yeah, and for some reason I was getting a lot of blurry shots. Couldn't figure out why. I do have the Mavic Pro. I don't have any of the newer models. You can see there's a little bit of snow left, obviously in the shaded parts, but yeah, I pretty much flew near the Big Bear Dam, just around the lake area, pretty much. Big Bear has this really big lake that's up there. But if anyone's curious, yeah, I just went up and did drone shots up in Big Bear. Yeah. Nothing really special. You can actually see me flying right there. There I am right there. And I was up there with my fiance and my dad. They're right there as well. And you know how I usually always end my videos with it taking off and with it landing. Towards the end, you can see me landing it. Except I have extra people. You can see my dad and my fiance in this video. Fun fact, this is the only time my dad's actually made a video appearance. He's not usually in my videos. But anyway, that's Big Bear Flight. Nothing really special, just another drone video. Let's move on to the next video. Alrighty, up next is Watersurf's trailer for non-subscribers 2020. I tried to make a new one of these subscriber videos like every 2 to 4 years. I want to say 3 to 4 years. And since I was in lockdown and pretty much, you're gonna keep hearing this for the rest of the video, by the way. But since I was in lockdown and I wasn't making any new content, I decided to edit some old stuff together and yeah, tried to promote some of my newer content. Showing what I've been making the past few years. A lot of sequels that I start off with, but you can also see I also give some love to my Roblox content again, but I also threw it in with Gmod as well, since they're kind of here and there as well. Then I have some callbacks to older content as well, and then you see here drone content, because I do that occasionally. It's not a big bulk of my channel. I even have, if you go back here, sorry, rewind it a moment. I even included some newer videos that are brand new. And then I went back to some older videos, like these are older videos, and I even threw it a vlog. Oh, and this is my unofficial content, by the way, is surfing into a universe of content. Because I make a variety of content, so that's a lot. You can see by my channel banner. I put my channel banner in there as well. But yeah, it's just another advertisement for non-subscribers, obviously, because when you log into someone's channel and they're not subscribed, they see your for non-subscriber content. So that's why I always make a new one every once in a while. I'll probably make a new one next year, depending on the content I make this year and next year. But we'll see where I'm at in a year. Anyway, let's move on to the very next video. Alright, up next is Xenoboob Chronicles. The only reason I made this, because I always wanted to do a Xenoblade parody. I made this to celebrate the release of the definitive edition. Not that I had any sponsorships or any sponsorships for the game, because if Nintendo sponsored me for this garbage fire, they really hit the the jackpot of terrible. Am I right, ladies? Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make like a crappy little parody of Xenoblade. Basically, I have the two characters interact with each other. The two main characters interact with each other. But the only reason it's called Xenoboob is because the second game's got a lot of boobs in it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush there. And no, that's not the reason why the second one is my favorite. But yeah. So I'd end up voicing both characters.
What's with this lost child?
Yeah, I just did this really quickly in Gary's mod.
What?
I want to say filming this took probably about, I want to say 3 or 4 hours to do by myself. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's my trigger word. Prepare to die, you mechon scum.
Yeah, Shulk also has a gun.
With a giant sword?
I don't know why he goes and kills Doomslayer. It's just, yeah. Just a little fun fact: I actually only beat Xenoblade 2 when I made this.
What's this now?
I've played Xenoblade 1 before. I want to say I got to where you get to the Mechon Capital, and that's where I just left off at because I was playing on the 3DS. Oh yeah, here's the boob joke. If anyone's curious where I got that sound effect, I'm not going to pause on boobs because that's going to get me demonetized. Just if anyone's just curious on how I got that sound effects, I want to just point it out right here. This is where I got the sound effect. Hold on. Yeah, that's where I got the sound effect from. I didn't make it. I literally just looked up Jello jiggling, and that's what I got. Just a fun fact.
Chicks, these are my blades.
Yeah. Oh, no spoilers. That's the third form of the blade. I totally had spoilers on this. Sorry if you're playing the second one. Yeah, that's the third form of Rex's blades. Sorry, spoilers. The joke is the voice acting for the main character in the second game was bad. Not that it's just his screaming was bad, but everything else was all right. That's where I was going in the joke with, and then I didn't actually have models for the I think they're called I forget what they're called, but the soldiers from the second game. Yeah, there was this bug in the original game where the audio was broken, so they would literally just spam over each other, and it sounded like this, but way worse. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about this. I could have probably just sped through this.
I'm really feeling it.
Yeah. I don't know why I had like a that in there, but you know.
An army of annoying retards to fight me.
Yeah, and then towards the end of the video is where it gets crazy, where you just find out where he just wanted to be in Smash. And at the time of making this, I didn't know Pyro and Mithra were going to be in Smash, which I was very happy for, by the way. Those are one of my requested characters. Them and Doomslayer. Because they shut down the idea of Shovel Knight and Bomberman way early in the game. But, yeah. I was very happy with that. It just sucks that poor Rex never got to be in Smash, so that kind of made my Xenoblade parody way funnier, because he just wanted to be in Smash, and if I ever did a follow-up, which I probably won't, you find out that his blades get into Smash, but he doesn't. Anyway, let's move on to the very next video. Alrighty, up next is Hero 3 finale, the hero finale of the Shorties. Technically, this is no longer a short, because anything under 5 minutes I consider like a shorty. But this got over 7 minutes, and the only reason it's over 7 minutes is because of my long pausing with the hero character. And yeah. So basically, the premise of this video was that Constructo is like the hero's arch nemesis and always has been, and he ended up killing him in an off-screen battle, and he comes back for revenge. I don't know if that got picked up in this episode or not, because more people watched the trilogy than they did the actual finale. Granted, it is kind of my fault because I uploaded both on the same day. I should have waited like a few weeks or so to upload both of them. But anyways, it's besides the point. To go off a little tangent here too, this was also the first video that I filmed live action during the quarantine. I hit a little bit of a roadblock after I made this, and then I ended up making this, and then I ended up making this, and then I finished an old project, which was this one I was talking about in the last episode, and then yeah, but just sorry for going off on a tangent. Constructor's Revenge. The ultimate bad hero was the bad boy, the arch nemesis who can control construction equipment stuff. Yeah. The only reason I have this outfit here is when I used to work at Amazon, I had my own little vest that I bought because they gave us like a green and an orange one, but obviously, you know, I like being different, so I bought myself a white one, and I just ended up holding on to it for prop reasons.
And there you go, rambling on into nothingness. Thinking that
Yeah,
defeat me again, hero.
that's
All your tricks,
yeah.
including your secret attack.
I probably won't use Constructo again anytime in the future, obviously, because, well, one, I kill him off in this episode. Spoilers. But we also have this little flashback here where it goes into detail of how he came back to life. Yeah, this, he goes, when he died, he was able to go back with a deal with the devil, sort of say. I just want to point out that I did a lot with this demon guy this year. I used him in this and Science Time, and that voice really hurts my throat doing. I mean, I still do effects on top of it, but I like lower and higher my pitch. Let me see if I can do it right now. Welcome to hell, foolish mortal. That's what I do. And then I just pitch shift it later in post. That's why it sounds like that. Yeah, it sounds pretty good at the finals product, but that's what I do. If anyone was curious.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I kind of wish I put subtitles for this guy, but you know, whatever. It's not a big deal. I think I put subtitles for him in Science Time. Yeah, that was just a little tangent from the tangent. I think that when I wrote the script, it was only like a page and a half, but the only reason it's so long is because of my hero standing around doing nothing bits. Which I'm going to reemphasize in the short film that I did film with the hero character. He won't be doing that at all, so... And then another editing flaw is he's down on the ground, but in the next shot, he's up here. I just never wrote something in where or filmed something where he jumps up to get up to him. I think, actually, if anyone's curious, this is actually a Half-Life 2 deathmatch map that I filmed on. I was looking for a construction site, and this kind of worked very well for what I was looking at. Yeah, so basically, towards the end, let's just skip ahead, it's just bantering, and then he raises the power of the devil. Yeah. Then this is where my premise was. I wanted to show both because, yeah, but anyway, I took a bunch of. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Let me restart. The reason I did both shots is because I kind of wanted to show my dumbness doing right here. And then another thing is how I did this effect. This was not done in Gary's mod. I literally took a picture of all these props individually and then did like this After Effects thing where they just all come and clump together. You can kind of tell that they were just pictures because you can kind of see the outline on these a little bit, or the white highlight, because literally I just used that white Gary's Mod room. It's on Construct to take the pictures of the stuff, so you can kind of tell, like right here, for example. Probably should have done better match lighting here, but yeah. This is where I feel like this is where all hope's lost.
Actually use my power.
Yeah, he's gonna actually use his power, man. Yeah. That's what the confusion when I also wrote in, that everyone always thinks that heroes' powers extreme luck, where the villain will just eventually kill himself, which, I mean, you've seen happen in the first episode. In the second episode, he just pulled out a gun, and then this is where he actually show off that he actually has powers. He just doesn't use them. I kind of wish I did a little bit more shakiness there, but it's fine. I thought that part was pretty cool, is when I take off my glasses and I go into actual hero mode. Put those little blue flames. When I did this effect,
I always hold back my true power, as the villains cannot handle it.
Right here. I also did that two scenes on top of one thing, because I had this really cool hand effect that I did. You can see it swirling around my hand. I thought that was just really cool, and it'd be a shame not to use it. If anyone's curious what I did for this part, I literally put a like a tiki torch flame effect, changed it to blue, put one on top of my hand, one behind my hand, so it looks like it's swirling around my hand. It looks really, really good, actually. Well, not behind my hand, but behind my actual character. And it looks really good right here when it all comes said and done, because it looks like it's swirling around. And that's why I was like, I gotta use both, because this looks really good right here. Sorry, I'm just having like a VFX breakdown here. I kind of wish I put a little bit more effort into this disintegrating. What I did was I just moved a mask as it went up. The only downside is I kind of wish I shrunk down the fire as it did that, but you know, at the end of the day, it came out fine. I just thought it was pretty cool. I think I made it look a little bit better when I eventually killed the villain. I just think this part right here where I snap my fingers, or let me see. Yeah, so you can see that I do that effect again with my hands. Oops, sorry.
Using this power.
Yeah, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. I'm trying to get to my hands.
No choice. Goodbye.
There we go. You can see it both in front and back of my hand. That look came out well, but the whole swishing my hand in front looked really good. But also, this is what I was talking about, how I kind of wish I made it look a little bit better. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. You can see it spreads out once I get up to this guy, and then goes back to normal around then. Yeah. That's how the hero defeats the ultimate evil again. And then you know how when they get to heaven, you know what happens.
Where am I? Welcome back, boss.
Yeah, and then I use this guy.
Am I right, ladies? Global climate change. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, the hero's always dead.
I'm gonna shoot you now, lol.
not the hero, the climate change guy is always dead.
LOL, JK. Just not that camera shooting you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I don't know anything else to say about that. That's the Hero 3. And once again, I'm not going to be covering the Hero Trilogy because it's literally just all three videos in one. But if you want to watch all three videos in one, that's why I recommend doing so. Anyway, let's move on to the next video, shall we? Alrighty, up next is BLOXMates Cyberspatial Issues. This is another video that I actually filmed. This was the third video of the stockpile. I'm sorry, I'm trying to... Yeah, you can see I filmed the Hero 2 and the Smarter Than Yourself game show. All on the same day as this BLOXMates episode. But the premise of this this was originally supposed to be the 4th episode in the BLOXMates series, but I wanted to build up this evil character a bit more. Basically, this evil character is just that was an obsessed fan that his user ended up creating the game, so leaving the game. So this Robloxian took revenge to get rid of me because he could no longer see his user anymore. Yeah. That was the premise of this character. Will he be coming back? Maybe, I don't know. The way I ended this, spoilers, is he falls into the Banland Void, which, if you know anything about the Banland lore, is if you fall into the Void, you're not ever coming back. So, just figured that's something I throw out there. I also did like a lame shadow effect here. Could have been a little bit better, but you know, not really a big deal. If you also recognize this filming location, we filmed part of the Cooper movie in this little ditch area off the side of Highway 38 going up to Big Bear. However, don't go here during a rainy season, because this area is basically a big old water river. This is where I kind of teased the idea that the purple guy is outside of the Roblox world. Yeah.
Look over there, you blocky piece of poo.
That language is inappropriate for you. You should know that.
I'm trying to
Poo and you know it.
skip ahead. Basically, just talking. Hops into my phone.
There you go. Jeez, I don't know what that guy's problem is.
Skipping ahead. Yeah, you can see I'm back at my old house again. Which, I mean, I'm currently back here now as of recording this. But that's besides the point. Yeah, this is where I get... this is where we introduce his name's Violacious. That's what he goes by. Yeah, he says it right there. Obviously. Yeah, basically, he's the main villain of this series. This was my attempt to try to get him to interact with me. I don't know if it came out alright. But, you know, it's fine. That dragging effect, by the way, is just me just slowly inching myself forward. And I switched over to this camera getting dragged on the ground sort of thing. Yeah, and this is Banland. And the premise is that Watersurf didn't actually know he was here. He just also got dragged in here by the character, and the whole premise was that
This place is so scary.
yeah,
I can't believe Wildwood has been in this place. I would have lost my marbles.
that's also a callback to
My marbles! I left
the noobiting.
Clear those waterworks, my good.
So the only reason this took a long time is because I was trying to get someone to voice this character. This is also another one of those went through. That's what some of my videos get delayed for. It's just character voices, and it was one of the reasons the hero project was currently getting delayed as well. But at the end of the day, I just sometimes I just end up doing voices myself, which is what I ended up doing with this character. Is I think I filmed all this stuff. I was waiting to film literally just this segment right here, this inside the Bandland segment. And I just ended up voicing it myself. I don't really know if that really does anything.
Yeah, but I can break out.
I like how there's a buff noob in the background. Yeah, I just ended up voicing this character myself because I wanted to get this out, and this was a project that I was sitting on.
Watersurf, calm down.
And plus, there wasn't a BLOXMates episode for a while, and this was actually one of the ones that is pretty good in my opinion. Yeah.
See that big spooky tower in the distance?
Oh yeah, spooky.
It contains the band hammer. And that band hammer.
Sorry, I'm watching it with you guys. Sometimes I do that.
In the wrong hand.
If you're curious, how did I get someone else to help me out with the recording? Because usually I just record myself in the game. My fiance logged into my alternate account and helped me film this, so that was very polite of her. She also made a funny thing. I'm trying to see if I can find it on my Twitter on my other monitor. So give me a moment, see if I can find it. It is pretty old. You can tell she was filming because she was trying to be funny. Sorry, almost there. Almost there. Almost finding it. Here we go. Yeah, almost got my alternate account banned because she decided to say gay. Yeah. But this was a really interesting BLOXMates to film and write and such. Having this ultimate bad guy character.
What should I say?
Yeah.
Watersurf?
Listen, pal.
This is where he reveals that he was the ultimate bad guy, that his user quit Roblox because you wouldn't put him in a video. Yeah. This is what's also revealed that he also has powers. He's a ultimate Robloxing life being.
Let's see your cool video show.
Yeah, this part's kind of funny is how I did it in Windows Movie Maker real quick. Epic Roblox funnies. Part 209, 24-hour version. Yeah. But basically, yeah, after that these guys climb the tower. We have a fight with some noobs later. Yeah. Yeah, this I thought this part was kind of funny but dumb. It evolves into a buff noob. I don't know. I thought that was just funny but dumb at the same time. Yeah. Then I had like this little crappy little fighting segment. Yeah, man, it's just a little funny segment. And then we get to the top, and then yeah.
I don't think he's a normal Robloxian.
Sorry, I'm just skipping ahead. Basically, he says, you just get out of here with your creator, and I'll fight him. So if anyone's curious how I did this fight, literally I locked in a camera segment, different angles, and then just in post I made the quote-unquote camera move. But we're also in God mode, so we can't actually kill each other. I always thought about making this actually animated, where they're actually fighting each other, but this is funnier. this is where it gets sad. Where he actually did a suicide bomb to get rid of him. And this part's pretty cool, whereas the whole tower just comes down into the bandland void.
He did it.
And if anyone's curious, the set can actually be visited, I think in the description of this video itself. And the tower is still there if anyone's curious. But yeah. This was a pretty cool video to make. I just wish I didn't sit on it for that long, but I felt like it was important to build up that character a bit more. But anyway, let's move on to the next video. Next is Soarin through the SoCal desert. Basically, one day during July, I got bored during the quarantine and went out to film in the desert. So one, it was a cool video to film, but not in the physical sense, because it was 100+ degrees while I was filming this. But I just wanted to go out and do something, go on a little drive. So I drove out to Palm Springs. I think somewhere near Salton Sea is what it's called. I went out and filmed a drone video. You can see me right there. Yeah. Just showing you what the California desert's like. Pretty depressing. Am I right? It's just all desert. I don't think I did any post color correction to this. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's a big old lake somewhere in Southern California. This is where the only place I did color correction. There was this like little, when I was driving over there, there was this little cliffside that I thought was pretty cool, so I filmed over here. I also did a few editing effects. But it was a pretty cool thing to film. I'm gonna skip ahead. Yeah, because it's just another drone video, nothing really else to explain. This unfortunately was the last drone video that I made as of right now. Just I haven't had the not the free time, but the motivation to go out and film more drone content. Not that my drone content does do very well in terms of my other videos, but I don't know. I feel like I've once I have the motivation to film another drone video, I'll go and do such. But yeah, that was the last drone video that I filmed as of right now. So there is none that I have filmed this year and the previous year. But if I film another one, you'll see it on the channel whenever I get around to doing that. Anyway, let's move on to the next video. Up next is the return. Another video I stockpiled. I think when I did this filming segment, I did Hero 3, Alleyway Stranger, and Watersurf's Idea Factory 5, because I had a brain blast of ideas. This video is basically some guy's walking down the street and gets greeted by a stranger in an alleyway. It's a dumb little skit that I made. Yeah.
What the heck? What's going on in there?
Basically, I'm walking around and I get greeted by a creep.
Wanna buy some candy?
My mom says I'm not allowed to talk to strangers.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing really to explain here. It's just a little short where
You're scaring me.
I wanted to do a video where I interact with a stranger. I thought it'd be funny to do a creepy voice and come here. Police, help.
Hello, yes, I am police.
I like how the police officer is the same guy but in a policeman outfit. I think that's funny. I don't remember doing that myself.
Trying to show him my cup. I don't think so, crime doer. Prepare to be in the jail. You'll never take me alive, copper.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Okay.
Whoa.
I like how the gun does that. I did that on purpose, by the way, is I did 2 different shots where he shoots him, and then I used a bigger gun that pretty much just blows you away.
Whoa, epic cool, you police guy.
Phoenix 5.
Yeah, thanks, police guy. You saved the day. And then here's the funny thing. This was just like a little funny nod after this is the hero comes out of nowhere to save the day.
For I am here, the hero. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to put the hero in there real quick, even though he doesn't do anything. It's also because I was also filming the 3rd hero episode that day as well, so I'm like, might as well use him too. Yeah. If you watch this without watching the hero things, that ending part doesn't make any sense, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next video. Up next is Watersurf's Idea Factory 5, Idea Royale. This is kind of a crappy Persona 5 parody, but done in the Watersurfian film, Watersurf's Idea Factory series. So it's not a full-on Persona 5 parody, but the spirit is sort of there, if that makes any sense. Basically, I think the premise of this one was that
How did the factory get back to normal?
No, not really.
sorry, I'm trying to think. It's been a while. Yeah, the premise of this video was I can't think right now, man. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm recording. I got a brand new idea, but the villain has captured it. So in order to get that idea back, we have to form a ragtag team of duos to confess the sins of giving me back my idea. I don't know, man. I just wanted to make a crappy Persona 5 parody. This was originally, I was gonna write this. I had this idea for a while, where to release around the same time as Persona 5 Royal coming out, but I wanted to use this. So once I got the, because I got the special edition of Persona 5 Royal, the one that comes with the mask CD and art book, and this thing. So I wanted to use that as a prop. So kind of glad that I waited, because without this, it would have made the joke be as funny.
That matchbook's from Booker.
Yeah, this part's pretty cool. Is where I rip off the mask, and then if I had more 3D knowledge, I would have probably made that look a little bit better. And look, there's my persona. It's a shark. Yeah, I don't know. And then I think this part where I make him run in the bathroom. I think adding in the the toilet sound effects made it a little bit funnier. It's just, hello, I'm your persona. Hold on. All right, now I'm back. I don't know if anyone noticed. There's just little noises that I added in. Yeah. This has nothing. This is kind of like its own little thing, standalone video, but it's done in the Watersurf's Idea Factory series. So, once I get towards the end of the video, I'll talk about what my premise was with this video. But yeah, I form a group of ragtag duos. Got the hero, my Roblox guy, and then Joker. Yeah. You can tell I used some of the Persona 5 effects in there. I'm filming on a Persona 5, it's a Persona roleplay. Yeah, Persona 5, Persona roleplay Gary's Mod map, I think. Yeah, this next part. Oh, look, there's a shadow. I don't know why I used the combine. I think originally he wasn't supposed to say anything. It was just supposed to be. But then I just kept in the noises afterwards. So if you listen very closely, you can. Still making noise in the background. I just thought that was kind of funny to add in. At the time of actually filming this, I've only played Persona 5. But as of now, I've actually played Persona 4 Golden as well. And looking more into the other Persona games is, I guess a lot of the map that I was filming on took a lot of inspiration from Persona 3. Because I did play a little bit on, I played a little bit of Persona 3 Portable. Not enough though, but still something I have to do is in my free time is play Persona 3. But Persona 4 is pretty good, and Persona 5 is also pretty good as well. But Royal and Golden are probably the better ones to play. I can skip through this part. This is really just a crappy little montage of us running through stuff. Yeah, this is what I'll talk about Persona 3 is now I know that's from Persona 3 and the whole clock thing. I didn't actually get that far into the game, so I can't speak for what it actually is, so sorry if not doing it right.
Shut up, weeb. You're the one wearing a My Hero Academia outfit.
Yeah,
God, shut
this is where we get to the ultimate villain, which is just the climate change guy again.
Welcome to my palace, gamers.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the ultimate boss, but you know how I am with my anticlimactic things is where he's just gonna give us the idea because man I don't care. So as of writing this, I wanted to have Watersurf's Idea Factory take a hiatus where I film a movie in with Watersurf and myself, and we go on this epic adventure, which I'm still planning on doing. Just priorities shifted, and when I started coming up with ideas for it is where the hero short film that I'm currently working on came from, and there's another untitled video that I'm also going to do that I'm not going to talk about, but I have to do a few more videos before I get to this end all be all Watersurf / Josh adventure movie thing, because I want to build it up a little bit to kind of end the not end but leave off the water surfing film universe in a good way. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, skip ahead. This part's where just I'll give you the idea, but then Joker just shoots him.
Oh my god, what the hell were you thinking, Joker?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Nothing really special. It's just we were gonna get the idea, but it kills him, and yeah, the whole premise of the ending was I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna take Idea Factory on a hiatus to film the movie, but as you know, ideas change, and which I describe in the 6 episodes, which is somewhere in here. Yeah, it's technically the last video I made of 2021, which is not actually that. Hold on. This was technically the last video of 2021. Sorry, just doing a little bit of maintenance on my own list. Yeah, Idea Factory 6 was a video that I did that kind of explains what happened, why there was a hiatus, and there's no movie out yet. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Let's move on to BLOXMates. Alrighty, up next is the last BLOXMates episode of 2020. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. This one is one I just felt like I had to make, and because I was already moved out this time, but I wanted to make an episode where I move out, but I don't tell Watersurf, so he he tries to find out from my little brother what happened, where'd I go, all this fun stuff there. Most of this video is carried by my Robloxing and my brother, so this episode is a bit weaker, so I do apologize. Not that my brother is a bad actor, but it is one of the shorter BLOXMates episode, and it was just pretty much the premise was that I moved out and didn't tell Watersurf.
Back to where I was going. We should probably do things that you want to.
Yeah. Pretty much the premise of this episode was, hey, I moved out. Okay, forgot to tell Watersurf. Okay, let's do stuff you want to do, buddy. And then
Very nice.
yeah.
You know,
I was living in a little studio apartment at the time of filming this. So
cake.
unfortunately, I don't live in this apartment anymore. I had to move back home.
Say that again. Okay.
The LOL? No, I'm just
You can see my my gaming collection over here, my movie collection. It was a fun little pad that I lived in with me, my fiance, and my 3 cats.
LOL part. Ooh.
Yeah, you can see a little gaming section there. Just a fun little area to live in.
Watersurf's Idea Factory and freaking game.
Trying to move past the memories of my old apartment. I kind of miss living there, but whatever, not a big deal. Trying to skip ahead. So basically, yeah, let's do stuff you want to do, and we do this obby that I made way back in the day. So I did this crappy little obstacle course with my Roblox guy. Yeah, so this was actually supposed to set up this episode was actually supposed to set up I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was supposed to set up another episode called Apartment Life, which completely had to get scrapped because I literally, by the time I was ready to make it, I had to move back home. I'm not going to go into those reasons, but I had to move back home. So now I'm living back at home again. So this episode's pretty much kind of retconned. But I do go into that a bit more in the Disneyland trip episode. This was also another case of an episode getting going before another episode, because I actually wrote Virus Aftermath when I did all these episodes. But Virus Aftermath kind of just sat there because it was actually called something else when I originally wrote it. I don't remember what the original title was, but I thought Virus Aftermath would work out well because towards the end of things starting to slowly reopen again, as in here in California, so, and being able to go back to my job again, so that's why I kind of took a little bit. It's not because I was waiting for voice actors, it's just it was kind of a weaker episode, but at the end of the day, not a big deal. Sorry, I'm talking about Virus Aftermath still, but BLOXMates moved out. I don't blame you if it's not the most liked episode in the series. Yeah, it was just something I quickly threw together, and not my favorite BLOXMates episode, but I figured I had to get some continuity of what was going on with my personal life as well. Because if I was just in a different location with BLOXMates, it'd be like, oh, that's a little weird. But anyway, let's move on to science time. Alrighty, up next is science time. This was a video where I guess I was trying to be a bit more edgy. Get a little bit more edgy with my jokes. The premise of this was pretty much I wanted to make a little quote-unquote science video.
Hello, and welcome to an episode of Science Time.
Yeah.
Now, you're probably wondering,
This is, I also reused my lab coat, so
is this just a spin-off of Dank Science because you can't get the other guy to come in?
yeah, this, I don't know why this idea came from. I just wanted to make something quote unquote scientific and yeah, kind of dumb. I'm all over the place with this one, man. This one is so fresh because I literally just made this at the end of 2020. I don't really know what this idea came from. I just wanted to make something with my lab coat outfit. So basically, I do a bunch of science experiments, but it gets a little weird towards the end. Yeah, so I have to go to hell to get my clones back. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. That's what I was talking about, how Satan's back again. And I actually added subtitles for him. Yeah. I kind of wish that I was, kind of wish I had subtitles when I put him in the Hero 3. And this is where I said, like, I did the Satan voice way too many times this year. This part's pretty funny. It's like, hey, I thought I kicked you out of here. The joke was that the science character is actually the original villain from the second hero video. He just cleaned up his attitude, and now he's a well-established scientist having his own show. Basically, I guess this is a crappy, edgy version of those science shows you used to watch in middle school. Yeah, I don't know how to describe this one. I would just watch it. It's pretty fun. Yeah. So the idea was, the original thing when I was writing this is, I was supposed to get my clones back. I'm like, oh, well, we've used all our time. So now, that's it for the episode. But I'm like, well, now we gotta go back and get a bigger budget because we've already used our budget. This is where it just gets really dumb, where I travel back in time to the original episode, and it just gets all messed up, and the universe gets all crazy, and eventually we get to this part where, hold on. I have to talk about this part for a moment. So when I teleport back in to reality, I was actually, when I was filming on my green screen, my cat was over here, and you could see him get spooked, and I have to just point that out. Yeah.
How's it going, Pass, dude? Are we doing
yeah, this part where
in the future? That might not even...
yeah, I don't know. Well, it's a different set. The reason it's a different set, I would have kept the original set, but I'm like, I gotta change the backgrounds up a little bit because it seems too bland if I were to do that. But I kept pointing at myself to make sure you know the difference between the two. Yeah. This is where we accidentally screw up the universe. And I just random writing, but it kind of makes sense. At the same time, it doesn't make sense. There's this part where I'm swearing, but it's just me just saying fudge. But it's and then I think when it gets to the end of this bleep, you could hear me say "J." By the way, I'm actually screaming during that entire bleep. I could have probably just went "fuh" and kept my mouth open and then just went "udge" at the end of it, but no, I was actually screaming the entire time of that. I promise you that. Yeah, the universe gets broken here because of time travel. And this is this part where I'm talking to myself, and it's kind of like a callback to, you already broke the universe 2 times. This is your 3rd time doing it. You're in trouble this time. And then, yeah, this was a fun mini series to do, and I'm still planning on doing a 3rd episode. I just haven't got around to working on it yet, Because the second episode was on conspiracy theories, which I was kind of making fun of the whole people into conspiracy theories last year and still this year because they spent way too much time on the internet. But I didn't go that deep into the conspiracy theories genre because, you know, people are crazy and I don't want to offend anybody. But that's the second episode. The first episode was kind of all over the place. I was kind of the quote-unquote pilot. I didn't realize I was going to make a second episode of it when I did write it, but now I want to make a third one. I want to finish this project that I'm currently working on now. I just haven't had the free time to do so, and I want to at least get these out every month at minimum, so yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm all over the place this episode. Let's move on to NPC Troubles. Alright, up next is NPC Troubles. So, you're probably wondering, what is NPC Troubles? The premise of this video was, I was actually playing, the Uncharted games with my, my fiance, because I like playing games with her on my free time and showing her the storylines of these games. And it's just... the dialogue from some of these NPCs were just so dumb that I wanted to make a video out of it. So that was the whole premise of this video and the background behind it. It's just that I wanted to do crappy NPC dialogue when you're sneaking around. Yeah, I mean, it starts off with normal, like, there he is, get him. And then it just gets crazier and crazier as we get on.
Where did he go? I could have sworn I saw the him. Spread out and find him. I could not find the him.
Yeah, it's just me doing different. Where did he go? I do not know where he went. Yeah, that's the whole premise of the video, and then...
I am also here. No use
Sorry. Yeah, pretty much that's the whole video is I'm bickering with these NPCs. I think the funniest part in this whole video is where... this part right here. One of them throws a grenade. He blows up his own guy, and then yeah, when you kill when you kill one of the NPC's friends and like, oh, Mendoza's been hit, like in GTA 5. But sometimes it's them killing their own guys, so I just think it's funny that regardless of who did it, they're gonna blame you. And then how the video ends, I thought was a little funny. Get shot. It's an Among Us guy. Because that was popular at the time. I don't know if people still play that nowadays. But yeah, just a little funny thing where I ended up. Anyway, that was NPC Troubles. Just a little dumb video. Now let's move on to the last video of 2020. I'm going to probably skip through it a lot. But anyway, here we go. So up next is I'm going to completely mute this, by the way. Not that I don't want to hear myself talk, but this is one of those I'm narrating over videos. Basically, I got a little Amiibo collection, and I figured I want to do my own little Amiibo tournament where they all fight each other. So I took the 8 Amiibos that I have: Persoba Guy, Chungus Cat, Bubble Plant, Mundo Boy, Lugo, Little Pika, NES Spot 85, and Greg. So basically, I took all these Amiibos that I have, and I had them fight each other. So basically, if you're interested, it's just my Amiibos fighting each other, and I crappily dub over it, or not dub over it, commentate over it. Yeah. You can kind of see how my play style is in this too. Unfortunately, some of these matches took a lot longer than expected because, god dang, these Amiibos, I need to retrain these Amiibos. But you know, it was a cool little video to make, and unfortunately this was the last video of the year. So that was the downside. And if anyone's curious, I actually was actually rooting for Joker because he's actually my main in Smash, and he still is. I was rooting for Joker, but Robin ended up winning, which I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I didn't expect that one. I think it's just because he got lucky or something. I don't remember. Skipping ahead. Then I did something where me and him went up against him because I was salty still. Little fun fact is I actually filmed this 3 times because I kept losing to my Amiibo, and I was like, "What? How did I suck so much?" I filmed this 3 times, that segment. But anyway, and then I have a free for all my Amiibos go up against each other, because I feel like that was going to be a fun way to determine things too. Yeah. Unfortunately, this was the last video of 2020. Not that it was a bad video. It's just, I don't know. I could have ended it on a higher note, but I ended up doing this Let's Play video, which I normally don't do. But I just wanted to do something different. Yeah, that's all the videos of 2020. So let's go ahead and wrap this year up, shall we? So 2020, it was a big year for videos, as in I got locked inside my house for over a year, so no, sorry, I got locked inside my apartment for over a year, so videos did come out, but I spent a lot of 2020 just self-reflecting and playing games and watching movies. I wanted to make more videos, but you know, there's only so much you can do with just yourself before you want to stop making videos, and that's one of the downsides of how I make content nowadays, is it's just pretty much me doing it. My friends are pretty much busy, and I don't want to bother them when it comes to my videos, especially since I don't make any money off my videos. These are just for fun, so whenever I have the motivation to make a series or content or whatever, I do it. But pretty much other than that, yeah. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be doing this full-on channel update / life update, because there are some big changes happening in my life pretty soon that I'm not going to talk about now. I will cover in a video. Whether it comes out before or after this, I do not know, because I haven't filmed it yet. But once I get around to doing so, I will try to address everything in there as much as I can that I feel personally comfortable with. I'm not going to go into full details of everything in my personal life, but you know, I got to talk about the big one prior to that, because it is going to affect my online presence. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lookback. I feel like I was kind of all over the place. Once again, if you do have any questions or comments or whatever, you can always leave a comment down below. These videos average about, I want to say, 10 to 40 views per video, so I don't know how many of you actually watch the entire thing, how many of you skip around, which I mean, I do encourage skipping around, because if you only want to hear the behind the scenes of freaking, let's just say, Constructo's revenge, then yeah, by all means just go for that, because I'm not gonna blame you. That's what the series was, is if you were looking for a specific video of that year and I don't really cover it as much as you wanted me to, then that's where you leave a comment, and I can go into further detail in the comments below. But yeah, this series is almost done and over with, as in monthly uploads. Pretty much this, I mean, I'm recording this in late January, but this will be going up sometime in February, probably towards the beginning of it. And then March's episode will be 2021. Because we're currently in 2022, so I can't do it. Because look, I have no videos out for 2020 yet, besides the look back, which I don't count in this my list. So yeah, 2021 we'll get into on the next video. As always, sorry. As always, you can find all my videos in a Google Doc that I have in the description or pinned on my Twitter account. You can also go to this playlist here. And as I mentioned before, I have this thing called the Watersurfing Connected Video Universe playlist, where every video that I've made that are somewhat connected in some way, shape, or form are in this playlist here. And that's what this playlist is kind of building up to that movie I was talking about in Watersurf's Idea Factory 5, which is when I get to there. Obviously, it'll make way more sense. But yeah, if you kind of want to watch what I'm planning on doing soon, watch all those videos in order, and it'll kind of make sense of what I'm kind of crappily doing. Yeah, that's 2020 for you. Next month we'll be doing 2021. So, yeah, we're almost done with the series. So, anyway, I'll see you next month, and hopefully by then that update video will be out. I don't know when I'm going to get around to filming it, but yeah, I just wanted to get this out since these are kind of lengthy and take a while to film. Anyway, thank you for watching if you watched this far, and see you in the next episode.